Hello guys, a very good evening. So today let us start with the subsidiary books chapter. In this we are going to see with the ledger preparation of ledger books and cash books, that is single column cash book, double column cash book and triple column cash book, and preparation of the ledger account simultaneously. Okay. So in from your textbooks, that is chapter 3 subsidiary books, problem number 1. Let us start with problem number 1, that is enter following transactions in the cash book and post them into the ledgers. Okay, here in this question we need to prepare the cash book as well as the ledger accounts for the each and every account. Okay, so they have given the transactions, that is in the year 2007 for the month of December. On first, cash in hand, that is 5100. Okay, we are having the cash balance in hand, that is 5100. Cash sales received from Vinay on account, paid into bank, paid for postage, wages, interest on investments received, withdrew from bank for expenses, cash purchases, cash sales received from Raj, drew for personal use, deposited into bank all cash in excess of rupees 1000. Okay, whatever we have received in excess of rupees 1000, we have made a deposit into the bank. Okay, so here we need to prepare the cash book and the ledger accounts for each and every account. So let us start with the first transaction, that is cash in hand. So cash in hand balance will come in the cash book, that is as an opening balance as on 1st December 2007, to balance brought down 5100. If while explaining, if you scribble the accounts along with me while I am explaining, it will be very easy to you to understand. Okay, prepare the ledger accounts accordingly while I am explaining in a rough book. Okay, so take the two balance brought down cash balance in the cash book, that is 5100, and next, that is December 3rd cash sales. So what is the journal entry for cash sales? Cash account debit to sales account, cash account debit to sales account. So here there is a cash account and there is a sales account, so we need to prepare the ledger accounts as well for the different accounts. So you need to prepare the sales account. Okay, so then what is the entry? Cash account debit to sales account. So cash is on the debit side, so in the cash book, two sales will come on the debit side. Cash is on the debit side and sales is on the credit side. So cash account is having the debit balance. Cash is on the debit side, so cash account is having the debit balance. So in the cash book, the sales account will come on the debit side. Okay, and in the sales account, cash account debit to sales account, sales is on the credit side, sales account is on the credit side. So sales is having the credit balance. So the buy cash account will come in the sales account. Okay, in the sales ledger, buy cash account will come on the credit side of the sales account, because the sales account is on the credit side. Okay, like this you need to understand. Buy cash account 5600 in the sales ledger. Okay, next comes to on December 5th, received from Vinay on account. Okay, received from Vinay on account means we have received some cash, so cash account debit to Vinay account. Cash is coming in and Vinay is the giver. Okay, cash account debit to Vinay account. So cash is on the debit side, so Vinay will be debited in the cash book to Vinay account, that is 800 in the cash book, and we need to prepare the Vinay account ledger. Okay, so Vinay is on the credit side, therefore buy cash will come on the credit side in the Vinay's ledger account. Okay, buy cash 800, paid into bank. So what is the journal entry? Bank account debit to cash account, bank account debit to cash account, cash account is on the credit side. Okay, bank account is on the debit side. So in the cash book we need to credit by bank account, that is 10,000, by bank account 10,000. Okay, and we need to prepare the bank book, that is a bank account. We need to prepare the bank ledger account. So what is the journal entry? Bank account debit to cash account, right? So bank is coming on the debit side, so we need to debit the cash balance to cash, that is 10,000. Okay, likewise we need to do the everything. If at all the account is on the debit side, therefore we need to debit that account. If that account is on the credit side, then we need to credit that account with the respective account name. Okay, so next one, paid for the postage. So we might have paid in the cash only 200, that is postage is an expenditure, so debit all expenses, postage account debit to cash account. So postage account debit, if we prepare the postage ledger account, postage is on the debit side, so in the postage account to cash account will be debited. To cash account, in the postage ledger account you will see the debit side to cash account 200. Okay, and simultaneously in the cash book, what will be the entry? Since the cash is on the credit side, by postage account will come on the credit side. Okay, by postage account credit side, that is with rupees 200. Paid for the wages, that is expenditure, wages account debit to cash account. So wages is on the debit side, so in the wages ledger account to cash account will come on the debit side. Okay, to cash account will come on the debit side. And in the cash book, since the cash entry is on the credit side, so the cash is having the credit balance, by wages account will come in the cash book. Okay, received interest on investments. Okay, we have received interest, so cash is coming in, cash account debit. Since the interest is a gain to the business, credit all incomes and gains, so to interest account 200. Okay, what cash account debit to interest received account 200. So here the cash is on the debit side, so we are having the debit balance of the cash book, so cash account debit to received interest account, so to interest account will come in the cash book debit side. To interest on investments received 200. Okay, and if we prepare the interest on investments account ledger account, so since the interest on investments received is on the credit side, we will credit the cash account in the interest account ledger. In the interest ledger account we will credit the cash account. Okay, so what would be the entry? By cash 200 in the interest on investments account. Okay, so first step is, on seeing the transaction you need to identify the journal entry. Okay, on making out one journal entry to such transaction, you need to identify which account is on the debit side and which account is on the credit side. If the one account is, for example, cash account is on the debit side, you need to debit the cash account, cash ledger account with the respective credit item. Okay, if the cash account is on the credit side, you need to credit the cash account, cash ledger account with the respective debit item on the credit side. Okay, like this you need to do. With next transaction is withdrew from bank for expenses. Okay, so we have withdrew some cash from the bank for expenses, so what is coming in? That is cash is coming in, since we withdraw the cash for office expenses, so cash account debit to bank account. Cash account debit to bank account, since the cash is on the debit side, to bank account will come in the debit side of the cash book. So to bank account, how much we have withdrawn? That is 2200. To bank account 2200. And in the bank ledger account, bank is on the credit side, so we need to credit the bank ledger account by cash, that is 2200 on the credit side. Okay, then next, cash purchases 3000. Okay, so purchases, we are purchasing the stock, purchases account debit to cash account will be the transaction, so the purchases is on the debit side. In the purchases ledger account, to cash account will come on the debit side, 3000. Okay, in the cash book, since the cash account is on the credit side, by purchases will come on the credit side of the cash book. Okay, to with amount of 3000. Next comes to cash sales, so here the journal entry would be cash account debit to sales account. Since the cash is on the debit side, two sales will be debited in the cash book with rupees 2400, and sales is on the credit side. In the sales account, since sales account ledger account, buy cash will come on the credit side of the sales account, that is with rupees 2400. Next, received from Raj. We have received cash from Raj. If nothing is given, we need to assume it is we have received or paid in the cash. Okay, if at all they have given the bank, so then only we need to take the bank account. Okay, received from Raj, that is rupees 1100, cash account debit to credit the giver, that is Raj. Cash account debit to Raj account. Since the cash is on the debit side, to Raj will come on the debit side of the cash ledger account, that is 1100. And if in the Raj ledger account, Raj is on the credit side, then the cash is on the debit side, so Raj is on the credit side, so the Raj ledger account will be credited by cash, that is with rupees 1100. And drew for personal use, then the journal entry would be drawings account debit to cash account, drawings account debit to cash account. So here the drawings is on the debit side. In the drawings account, to cash 900 will come on the debit side of the drawings ledger account, and cash is on the credit side. You will credit the cash book by drawings, that is rupees with 900. Okay, deposited into bank all cash in excess of rupees 1000. So you have deposited some amount in the bank of rupees 1000, in excess of 1000. Okay, so in excess of 1000. Now in the cash book, whatever the amount or balancing figure will come, that is take the all the debit items. So in the cash book will always have the debit balance. So because cash is an asset, so you will always get a debit balance. Okay, so the debit side will be higher when compared to the credit side. If the debit side is higher, then the debit side, you need to total that the debit side is coming 17,400. So 17,400 minus all the credit items, minus all the credit side items of the cash book, if you will get one figure at last, that is you will get one figure at last. So what they are saying is, deposit into the bank all cash in excess of rupees 1000. So you need to maintain only 1000 rupees balance in cash. Okay, in excess of rupees 1000 you need to deposit into the bank. So here the balancing figure comes to 17,400. if you subtract credit items, 17,400 minus 10,000 minus 200 minus 100 wages minus cash purchases 3,000 minus drawings 900, so you will get 3,200 as a balancing figure. Here you will get the 3,200 as balance, but to balance carried down, what they are asking to maintain only 1000. In excess of rupees 1000 you need to transfer to the bank. So to balance carried down, first you take to balance carried down as 1000 at last, and after 1000 if you minus 3,200 minus 1000, then you will get 2,200. So this 2,200 you need to transfer to the bank account, you need to deposit into the bank, because this 2,200 is in excess of rupees 1000. Okay, so 2,200, what will be the journal entry? Bank account debit to cash account. So to cash on the credit side only, this 2,200 is coming for us. So the entry would be by bank account 2,200. By bank account 2,200, and in the bank account, since the bank is on the debit side, you will cash is on the credit side, so to cash account 2,200 will be coming, that is with amount 2,200. Okay, now balance each and every ledger account, you will get the balancing figures and take it as to balance carried down or by balance brought down, like this. Okay, like this you need to solve this type of problems. It is a single column cash book. Okay, because they are asking only to prepare the cash book, so we have prepared only the cash book and respective ledger accounts. I hope till here everything is clear, and let's continue with the problem number 2. Okay, next problem number 2, enter following transactions in a 2-column cash book and post it into the ledger. Okay, so they are asking 2-column cash book. In 2-column cash book, what all you will get? Cash account and discount account you will get. Cash account, one you will prepare one cash column and one discount column. In 2-column cash book you will prepare one cash column and one discount column. Okay, so and they are asking post it into the respective ledger. So likewise in the problem number 1, we need to prepare the separate ledger account for each and every item account. Okay, next, so in the year December month, for December 1st, commenced business with cash, that is 50,000. Okay, commenced business with cash, that is 50,000. So what would be the entry? Here they have not given the opening balances for cash, so no to balance brought down in the cash book. Okay, directly they have come first, they have commenced the business, so there will be no cash balance before commencement of the business. So the first entry, commence business with cash. The journal entry would be cash account debit to capital account. Okay, since the cash account is on the debit side, you will debit the cash book, that is you will debit the cash book with to capital account rupees 50,000. And on the credit side there is a capital account, so you need to prepare the ledger account for the capital account, and capital account is on the credit side, you will credit by cash, that is with rupees 50,000. Okay, next one, bought goods for cash. So we have purchased goods for cash, so stock is coming in, purchases in the form of purchases account debit to cash account. So purchases is on the debit side, you need to prepare the purchase account now. So purchases is on the debit side, so in the purchases ledger account, to cash account will come on the debit side, and cash is on the credit side, so buy purchases will come in the cash book on the credit side. Buy purchases 28,000. Received cash from Arun, so what would be the entry? Cash account debit to credit the giver, that is Arun account. Cash is on the debit side, so to Arun account will come on the debit side of the cash book, that is 2,000. And in the cash column, okay, in the cash column 2,000, and Arun is on the credit side, you need to prepare the Arun ledger account. In the Arun ledger account, since the Arun is on the credit side, in the ledger account you will credit by cash 2,000 rupees. On December 7th, paid cash to Sanjay. Okay, discount allowed by him rupees 100. Okay, we have paid 2,900 and the discount allowed by him to us, it is 100. It is nothing but discount received, because here we are paying cash to Sanjay and he is allowing discount to us, so here it is a discount received. And what would be the journal entry? That is Sanjay account debit the receiver. Here Sanjay is the receiver, so debit the receiver, Sanjay account debit. What is the amount we need to pay to him actually? That is 2,900 plus 100 comes to 3,000. So we need to pay to him, that is 3,000, but we are paying to cash account only 2,900, and to discount received, that is credit all incomes and gains, so to discount received only 100. So the whole journal entry would be Sanjay account debit 3,000 to cash account 2,900 to discount received account, that is 100. So here we need to prepare Sanjay account ledger account. Since the Sanjay is on the debit side, we need to debit the Sanjay ledger account with to cash account 2,900 and to discount received account with 100 rupees. And you need to now on the credit side, what you are having? Cash and discount received. So in the cash book you are having two columns now, cash and discount. Okay, so cash is on the credit side, you need to credit the cash book by Sanjay account with rupees 2,900 in the cash column, and discount received, that is 100 on the credit side of the cash book with rupees 100 in the discount column. Okay, like this you need to use the discount columns in the cash book. Okay, 2900 in the cash column and discount rupees 100 in the discount column. And next comes to paid wages, that is wages account debit all expenses. So wages account debit to cash account. So wages is on the debit side, so in the wages ledger account, to cash account will come on the debit side. To cash, that is 3000, and in the cash book by wages, in the cash book, since the cash is on the credit side in the journal entry, so by wages account 3000. And next, received from Rajesh cash, allowed him discount 50. Okay, we are receiving cash from Rajesh and we are allowing discount to him. So it is a discount we are allowing to him is an expenditure, so debit all expenses. And what is coming in, that is cash, so debit what comes in, real account principal. So cash account debit, discount account debit to Rajesh account. So what is the amount we need to receive from the Rajesh? Credit the giver, so Rajesh is the giver, so to Rajesh account. So what is the amount we need to receive from Rajesh is 950 plus 50, that comes to 1000 rupees. But actually we are receiving 950 and discount we are allowing to him is 50. So the journal entry would be cash account debit 950, discount allowed account debit 50, to Rajesh account 1000. So here the cash is on the debit side, cash is on the debit side with rupees 950, and we are having the discount column on the debit side 50, and we are having these two in the cash book, that is cash and discount column. So to Sanjay account, to Rajesh account, so to Rajesh account, in the cash book 950 will come in the cash column and 50 rupees will come in the discount column. Okay, in the Rajesh account we need to prepare the Rajesh account also. So in the Rajesh ledger account, the entry would be, since the Rajesh is on the credit side, so the entry in the Rajesh account will come on the credit side. So by cash 950 and by discount allowed 50. Okay, by discount allowed 50. And next, paid into the bank, so bank account debit to cash account, bank account debit to cash account 10000. So bank is on the debit side, debit the ledger of the debit the bank ledger to cash the 10000, and cash is on the credit side. In the cash book it will come on the credit side, that is by bank account 10000. Next, cash sales, so cash account debit to sales account, cash is on the debit side, so to sales will come in the debit side of the cash ledger account. Okay, and sales is on the credit side, and if you prepare the sales account, the by cash will come on the credit side with rupees 2500. Okay, with rupees 2500. And next comes to purchase stationery for cash, so stationery account debit to cash account, debit all expenses, so stationery account debit to cash account. So the stationery is on the debit side. If you prepare the stationery account, to cash account will come on the debit side in the stationery ledger account, and cash is on the credit side. In the cash book, buy stationery with rupees 250. Paid Suresh cash, discount allowed 100. We are paying to Suresh, that is cash of rupees 3900, and discount allowed by him to us, because we are paying cash to him, right? So we are paying cash to him, so he is allowing discount to us. It is the discount received, it is an income to us. So what we need to pay to him actually, that is 3900 plus 100, 4000 we need to pay to him, but actually we are paying 3900 and we are receiving discount of rupees 100. So what would be the journal entry? Debit the receiver, that is Suresh account. So Suresh account debit 4000 to cash account, what we are paying, that is 3900, to discount received account 100. So Suresh on the debit side, if you prepare that Suresh account, so on the debit side of the Suresh ledger account, to cash account 3900 and to discount received 100 will come in the Suresh account on the debit side. And since the cash is on the credit side, so you will credit the cash book on the credit side by Suresh account. In the cash column you will take rupees 3900 and discount received 100 rupees in the discount column. Next one, received from Rajesh, allowed him discount. Okay, we are receiving from Rajesh 1900 and we are allowing him discount of rupees 100. Okay, what we need to receive actually 1900 plus 100 comes to 2000, but what we are receiving only 1900 and we are allowing him discount, that is expenditure to us. So debit what comes in, that is cash is coming in 1900 and debit all expenses and losses, that is discount allowed account debit 100 to Rajesh account to credit the giver. So to Rajesh account 2000. So since the cash is on the debit side, we need to take this balance to the debit side of the ledger account of Cashbook to Rajesh account, 1900 in the cash column and 100 in the discount column on the debit side of the cash ledger account. And if we prepare the Rajesh account, so Rajesh is on the credit side, we need to credit the Rajesh ledger account by cash rupees 1900 and by discount, that is with rupees 100. And next comes to paid salaries. Since the salaries is an expenditure, debit all expenses, salaries account debit to cash account. So salaries account, if you prepare the ledger account of salaries to cash account, will come on the debit side of salaries with rupees 2000 and cash is on the credit side in the cash book by salaries on the credit side, that is rupees 2000. The next is you will balance the cash book. Since everything we have recorded in the ledgers, so you will be balancing the accounts. So in the cash book the debit side will be higher when compared to the credit side, because cash is an asset, cash will always have the debit balance. So if you are having the debit balance, if generally if you will have the debit balance higher in the cash book, so debit minus credit you will get the balancing figure on the credit side. So to balance carried down will come so and so amount if you calculate. Okay, so like this you need to solve. I hope till here everything is clear in problem number 2. So let's continue with problem number 3. Here in the problem number 2, if I want to tell you that here in excess they have given goods account and they have prepared the discount account also, but we did not prepare the while I'm explaining I did not refer the goods account and discount account. And for goods account generally we consider it as a purchase, right? We are purchasing the goods, so we have generally considered as purchases, and for sales also we have considered as sales. So you can prepare the purchases account and sales account instead of goods account. Okay, and for discount also you are taking it in the cash book, so you need to prepare the discount account separately, and if you want to prepare it separately you can prepare as given in the solution. Okay, so for goods account, purchase account and sales account you need to prepare. Okay, or else you can prepare the goods, purchases will come on the debit side, right? So you can debit the goods account, and sales will come on the credit side, so you are crediting the goods account. And or else if you want to prepare the separate accounts as purchases and sales, you can prepare like that also. And for discount, anyhow you are taking it in the cash book in the discount column. If you want to prepare the discount account separately as well, so you can prepare the discount account as given in the solution. Okay, so this is the summary. And next, problem number 3, open a cash book for a trader Biva Goenka, enter therein the undermentioned transactions and bring down the balance on 7th January 2008. Okay, so we have to prepare the cash book up to 7th January transactions of the year 2008. So let us see the transactions. 2008 January 1st, balance in hand 250 and balance at bank 3500. Balancing in hand is nothing but cash balance, and balance at bank 3500. So here what they are asking, here they have given, here they have given nothing. They have just ask open a cash book for a trader, but the balances they have given balance at in hand, that is nothing but cash balance, and balance at bank, that is nothing but a bank balance. So it is a hint to prepare the cash column and as well as the bank column also. Okay, it is a hint to prepare the cash column and bank column, and it is a 3-column cash book. Okay, in 2-column, in single column cash book we will prepare only the cash column. In 2-column cash book we will take the cash column as well as the discount column. Okay, don't get confused that in 2-column we will take the cash and bank. No, in 2-column we will take the cash balance column and discount column, as we have seen in the problem number 2. If they have given the bank also, then it is a balance, then we have to take the bank column as well. So here it is a 3-column cash book, so we need to take the cash column, bank column as well as the discount column on both the debit side as well as the credit side. And here they are not asking to prepare the ledger accounts. Okay, if they would have asked to prepare the ledger accounts, we would have take the bank ledger account separately, but here they are not asking anything to prepare the ledger accounts. They have asked the cash book, open a cash book, so it is a 3-column cash book. Okay, like this you need to understand. So balance in hand, that is cash balance 250, balance at bank 3500, and discount column is mandatory. If they are asking the 2-column cash book, okay, if they are giving the discount in the question in the 2-column, you need to prepare the discount column in the as a 2-column cash book. You need to take the discount column. Okay, so if they are giving the bank and cash both, so in the 3-column cash book you need to take the discount column mandatory. So the next one, received from Pondry a check for rupees 500 and allowed him discount. So here they have given discount, so and so transactions are there. So let us continue with the solution. That is, let us continue with the solution. So to balance, so first take the column wise table, that is the date, particulars, ledger folio number, cash column, bank column and discount column, both on the credit side and the debit side. Okay, what I have said you in the BRS chapter, that in the cash book or the bank book, debit side always refers to receipts. Debit side is always we refer receipts, and credit side is payments. Okay, all the receipts will come on the debit side and all the payments will come on the credit side in the cash book or the bank book. Okay, don't combine this with the principles, that is basics of accounting principles. Okay, here debit side all the receipts will come. If you observe, we have prepared the 2 problems, right, solutions. So if you observe, on the debit side all the receipts will be coming, and on the credit side all the payments will be coming. Okay, so if you miss the journal entry also, if it is a receipt, blindly you can put it on the debit side. If it is a payment, blindly you can put it on the credit side. Okay, if you miss the journal entry also, if you don't recognize any journal entry, if you are unable to recognize the journal entry. Okay, so let's come to the 2 balance brought down, that is cash 250 and bank 3500, and for discount there will be no balances. Okay, received from Pondry a check of rupees 500 and allowed him discount rupees 25. We have received a check, so it is a bank. We have received a bank increased bank balance, that is with rupees 500, and allowed him discount 25. So what would be the journal entry? Bank account debit 500, discount allowed account debit 25, to who is the giver? Pondry. To credit the giver, that is Pondry, 525 rupees. So bank account debit 500, discount allowed account debit 25, to Pondry account 525. So what would be the entry? Bank is on the debit side, so in the 3-column cash book, bank column on the debit side, to Pondry 500 in the bank column and 500 in the bank column, and 25 is the discount in the discount column. 500 is the bank column and 25 in the discount column. Next, purchased goods for cash, that is rupees 150. Purchased goods for cash, that is rupees 150. If you see in the solution, they have given the pantry in the cash balance column, that is received from pantry a check, right? So they have assumed in the question, they have given a note point that it is assumed that the check received from pantry as not deposited into the bank up to 7th January. Okay, they have assumed like that. If at all you are assuming like that, then you need to take that 500 in the cash column. If you are not assuming anything, and if you are assuming that the check is directly deposited into the bank by the pantry, then you can check is directly deposited, then you can take it on the bank column. You can take it on the debit side of the bank column. Okay, if you are not assuming anything, if you are assuming like given in the question, then you need to take it on the debit side in the cash column. So the next one, purchased goods for cash. So purchase account debit to cash account. Cash is on the credit side, so buy purchases on the credit side 150. Paid Daulat Ram by check, that is 100, and discount allowed 10 rupees. Okay, we are paying him through check, so bank payment. Okay, we are paying him through check, so bank payment. So what we need to pay, that is whole 110 rupees, but we are paying only 100 rupees and we are getting discount of rupees 10, so it is the income. So debit the receiver, that is Daulat Ram account debit 110 rupees to bank account 100 to discount received account 10 rupees. So by to bank account is on the credit side, so credit side of the cash book, by Daulat Ram in the bank column 100 and in the discount column, that is rupees 10. Okay, so here we are paying in the check, here we are paying through check, so we are taking bank. Similarly, in the second transaction also we have received from pantry a check, so we have taken it directly to the bank column. So if you want to take it directly to the bank column, you can take it, or else if the check is not deposited on the same day, if you take the assumption, then you need to take it on the in the cash column. Okay, so here we are not taking any assumption again. So in the Daulat Ram case also, we are paying through bank check on the same day, so you have to take it on the debit side of the credit side of the bank column, credit side of the cash book in the bank column. Next comes to salaries paid to the staff in cash, rupees 200. So salaries account debit to cash account is a journal entry. So to cash account is on the credit side, cash is on the credit side. So by salaries 200. If you observe here, all the receipts are coming on the debit side and all the payments are coming on the credit side, right? So like this you can directly take it without wasting your time thinking about the journal entry. Okay, withdrew from bank for office use, so it is for the office use, so the journal entry would be cash account debit to bank account, cash account debit to bank account. So it is called a contra entry, it is called a contra entry, and it is represented by the symbol called C. By the symbol called C, we need to represent in the cash book ledger folio column. Okay, we have to represent this type of contra entry transactions as C, because here the cash and bank both accounts will be affecting, and we are preparing both the accounts in a single ledger or within a single cash book. Okay, so it is a contra entry. So what is the entry? Cash account debit to bank account. So cash is on the debit side, so cash is on the debit side, you need to take on the debit side cash column 500 and the entry to bank account. Okay, cash account debit to bank account, so cash is on the debit side, so on the debit side you need to take in the cash column 500, and to bank account is on the credit side, so on the credit side in the bank column you need to take the rupees 500. In the bank column you need to take rupees 500. Okay, like this you need to record the contra entries. Purchased a typewriter and paid a check for 500. Okay, so the typewriter is an asset to the business, so typewriter account debit to bank account. We are paying through bank check, so typewriter account debit to bank account. Bank is on the credit side, so buy typewriter 500 is on the credit side, will come on the credit side of the cash book. So now the balance the accounts, everything we have recorded. So now balance the accounts. The discount column will not be balanced. Remember this, the discount column will not be balanced. You will take the respective totals on the debit side and the credit side respectively. Okay, you will not balance the discount columns. Only you need to balance the cash column and the bank column. Okay. So two balance carried down or two balance brought down will come only to the cash and bank columns and not to the discount column. Remember this. Okay, if you want to take the assumption like given in the solution, you can take the assumption and you can take it on the cash column as I said you earlier. So assumptions, writing assumptions as a note points is very important. If you assume something, you need to write it while providing your answer. So let's continue now. Problem number 4. Prepare a 3-column cash book from the following transactions and bring down the balance for the start of the next month, 2008 April month. So cash in hand, cash at bank, they have given the balances. Okay, so prepare the cash column and the bank column and the discount column as a cash book and start with the solution, that is two balance brought down. In the cash column 2500 and in the bank column 10,000. Paid into bank, so it is a contra entry. Bank account debit to cash account. So bank account debit to cash account. Bank is on the debit side, so debit side of the cash book, debit side of the cash book, take in the bank column 1000 rupees to cash account 1000 rupees, and on the credit side buy cash account 1000 rupees in the cash column because the cash is on the credit side. Okay, on April 5th brought furniture and issued check. Okay, we are making the bank payment, so furniture account debit to bank account. We are paying through bank, that is through check. So furniture account debit to bank account 2000 rupees. So bank account is on the credit side, so buy furniture, that is buy furniture 1000 rupees. Buy furniture 1000 rupees. What is the amount? 2000, right? Buy furniture 2000 rupees on the credit side. Purchase goods for cash rupees 500. Entry would be purchases account debit to cash account. Cash is on the credit side, so buy purchases in the cash book credit side 500. Received from Mohinder, discount allowed. Okay, we are receiving from Mohinder 980 and discount we allowed to him 20 rupees. But what is the actual amount we need to receive from him is 1000. 980 plus 20. But what we are receiving is only 980 and we are allowing him discount, that is 20 rupees. Then what is the journal entry? That is cash account debit 980, discount allowed account debit 20 to Mohinder account 1000 rupees. So cash is on the debit side. On the debit side you need to take to Mohinder in the cash column 980 and in the discount column 20. Okay, next one, cash sales. Cash account debit to sales account. Cash is on the debit side, so sales will come on the debit side of the cash book to sales with 4000 rupees. Paid to Amarnath by check and discount allowed. So we are paying to Amarnath, that is rupees 1450, and what he have done, he has given discount to us, that is rupees 50. So what we need to pay in total to Amarnath, that is 1450 plus 50, 1500. But what we are paying is 1450 and we are receiving the discount. It is an income, it is a gain. So the entry would be Amarnath debit the receiver, Amarnath account debit 1500 to bank account 1450 to discount received account 50. So bank account is on the credit side. You need to take on the credit side of the cash book by Amarnath in the bank column 1450 and in the discount column rupees 50. Okay, rupees 50. Next one, Paid into bank, it is a contra entry. So bank account debit to cash account will be the journal entry. So bank is on the debit side. On the debit side of the cash book, in the bank column, take 400 by giving the name to cash account. And on the credit side, cash is on the credit side. So in the cash column, you take 400 on the credit side by giving the name by bank account. Withdrew from bank for private expenses. Private expenses is nothing but personal expenses. So drawings account debit to bank account. So bank account is on the credit side, drawings account debit to bank. So buy drawings on the credit side in the bank column 600. Okay, received check from Patel allowed him discount. We are receiving amount of rupees 1430 and we are allowing discount rupees 20. Okay, cash account debit. Okay, we are receiving check, right? So bank account debit, discount allowed account debit to credit the giver, that is Patel. So this bank account debit 1430, discount allowed account debit 20 to Patel account 1450. Okay, so bank is on the debit side. So on the debit side in the cash book to Patel, that is 1430 in the bank column and 20 rupees in the discount column. So in the next entry, they have given deposited Patel's check into the bank. So it means the previous entry we have recorded in the bank column, right? So on reading the second entry, we need to change from the bank column to the cash column. So first what we need to do is cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Patel account, that is 1430, 20 and 1450. Okay, so next entry is we are depositing that check into the bank. So next entry we are receiving the cash. So cash account debit to bank account. If you have not understood, just write the entries. If you have not understood, please just write the entries. So here they have given, write the entries for this. We have received check from Patel and allowed him discount. And in the next entry what we have done, deposited Patel's check into the bank. It means that on 24th whatever the check we are receiving, we are not depositing it into the bank. So what is the journal entry we need to record is, that is cash account debit 1430, discount allowed account debit 20 to Patel account with 1450. Okay, this is the journal entry was on 24th April. And on the 26th April, the entry would be, we have deposited the check into the bank. So on this day, the entry would be bank account debit to cash account. Bank account debit to cash account. See, in the previous entry cash is getting debited, and in the next entry, that is on 26th, if you write the entries only, you will understand now. Okay, please write the entries and then try to understand. In the first entry on the 24th April, you are debiting the cash, and on 26th April you are crediting the cash. So debit one debit and one credit. So cash is getting cancelled. Ultimately the entry is coming like bank account debit, discount allowed account debit to Patel account only. But we need to record this separately because they have given in the question. Okay, so as on 24th April, the entry would be cash account debit 1430, discount allowed account debit 20 to Patel account 1450. On 26th, bank account debit 1450 to Patel account, to cash account 1430. On 26th April, the entry would be bank account debit 1430 to cash account 1430. Because they are allowing him discount rupees 20, right? So only 1430 the amount will be coming. Okay, like this you need to record the journal entries, and respectively you debit and credit in the ledger accounts. Okay, respectively you debit and credit in the ledger accounts. So for the first one, on 24th, what you will get? Cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Patel account, right? So cash account is on the debit side. So on the debit side of the cash book to Patel, in the cash column you will take 1430, and in the discount column you will take 20. Okay, and the next transaction is we are depositing the Patel's check into the bank. So bank account debit to cash account, it is a contra entry. So bank is on the debit side, so debit the cash book in the bank column 1430 on the debit side, by naming it as to cash account, and cash is on the credit side in the contra entry. So by bank account on the credit side of the cash book, in the cash column you need to take in the cash column 1430, by bank account 1430 in the cash column. Okay, like this. If you have not understood, please listen to it afterwards again. Okay, withdraw from cash from bank for the office use. So it is for the office use. The entry would be cash account debit to bank account. So it is also a contra entry. Cash account debit to bank account. So cash is on the debit side, to bank account on the debit side. In the cash column you have to take 2000 rupees. Cash account debit to bank account, cash is on the debit side. So on the debit side of the cash book, in the cash column you need to take 2000 on the debit side. Okay, bank is on the credit side. So on the credit side of the cash book, in the bank column you need to take 2000 rupees by naming it as by cash account. Okay, paid rent by check. So the entry would be rent account debit to bank account 800. So bank is on the credit side. So by rent account 800 will come on the credit side in the bank column. Okay, now balance, total the discount columns and balance the cash and bank columns. Total the discount columns and balance the cash and bank balance columns. Okay, so like this we have completed problem number 4. So let's continue with the problem number 5. Write up the triple column cash book of Ram from the following transactions. On January 1st, 2008, Ram had 450 in hand and 6500 in bank. So prepare the cash column, bank column and discount column because they have asked the triple column cash book. So to balance brought down 450 in the cash column and 6500 in the bank column. On January 2nd, received a check from Ali in full settlement of debt of rupees 650. So what we need to receive is rupees 650 and what we are receiving is rupees 620. Okay, so 620 we are receiving and remaining 30 rupees is the discount we allowed to Ali. Okay, discount we allowed to Ali. So the entry would be we are receiving the check. So we are assuming here that we have received the check and deposited the check on the same day. So the entry would be bank account debit 620 rupees, discount allowed account debit 30 rupees to credit the giver, that is Ali, that is 650. So here the entry would be bank account debit, discount allowed account debit 30 to Ali account 650. So bank is on the debit side, in the cash book on the debit side, to Ali account 620 in the bank column and rupees 30 in the discount column. January 3rd, cash sales. So the entry would be cash account debit to sales account. Cash is on the debit side. So cash column debit with rupees 250 on the debit side of the cash book. To sales 250 in the cash column. Paid for advertisement by check. Advertisement is an expenses we are paying through check. So to bank. Advertisement expenses account debit to bank account 350. So bank account is on the credit side. By advertisement expenses account on the credit side of the cash book, in the bank column you need to take 350 rupees. Okay, paid salaries and wages amount, that is 435. So salaries and wages account debit 435 to, they have given nothing, so to cash account they have given nothing, so you can take to cash account, that is 435. So on the credit side of the cash book, in the cash column you need to take this amount by salaries and wages account, that is rupees 435. Next, amount withdrawn from bank for use in the office. Okay, office use. So cash account debit to bank account. So cash account debit to bank account, it is a contra entry of rupees 600. Cash is on the debit side, so debit the cash column in the cash book on the debit side by naming it as to bank account 600. And bank is on the credit side, then take the credit balance in the bank on the credit side of the cash book by cash account rupees 600 in the bank column. Next, drawn cash for domestic use by Ram. So it is drawings, domestic use is personal use, so it is drawings account debit to, he withdrawn in cash, so drawings account debit to cash account 200. So cash is on the credit side, you will take on the credit side of the cash book in the cash column 200 by naming it as by drawings. Issued check in favor of Rao and Sons, discount received rupees 20. Okay, we have issued the check amounting rupees 1000 and we have received the discount of rupees 20. So the amount we need to pay, Rao and Sons, the amount we need to pay is 1000 and 1020, but we are paying only rupees 1000, that we have issued only check of rupees 1000 and we are receiving the discount. So the entry would be Rao and Sons debit the receiver. Okay, sorry, we are paying to him because we issued a check in favor of Rao and Sons, so we are paying to him, we are paying to Rao and Sons. So one second, Rao and Sons debit the receiver, Rao and Sons account debit to bank account 1000 to discount received, that is rupees 20. Okay, so bank is on the credit side, take by Rao and Sons on the credit side and 1000 rupees in the bank column, 20 rupees in the discount column. Okay, next one, received check from Mehta Bros. So we are receiving check from Mehta Brothers, so we are receiving only 800, but what we need to receive is 820, but we are allowing them discount of rupees 20. So the entry would be bank account debit, discount allowed account debit, bank account debit 800, discount allowed account debit 20 to Mehta Brothers 820. Okay, bank is on the debit side, so in the cash book on the debit side, take 800 rupees in the bank column by naming the entry to Mehta Brothers, 800 in the bank column, 20 rupees in the discount column. Okay, then next, sale of machinery, payment received in check rupees 2500. So machinery is an asset to the business, so we are selling the machinery. So payment we have received in check, so we are receiving through bank is getting increased, so debit what comes in bank account 2500, bank account debit 2500 to credit what goes out, that is machinery is an asset, so real account, so principal is credit what goes out, so machinery is going out, bank account debit to machinery account 2500. So bank is on the debit side, so to machinery 2500 on the debit side of the cash book in the bank column. Okay, bank returns check of Mehta Brothers dishonored. Okay, Mehta Brothers dishonored, so the entry would be, so on receipt of check what we have recorded the entry, bank account debit 800, discount allowed account debit 20 to Mehta Brothers 820. But on dishonor of check, see in the solution they are assuming that check is not deposited on the same day. Okay, so they are taking the cash account on the debit side, but while we are solving, we are assuming that check is being deposited on the same day, so we are taking the bank account only in the solution. Okay, if you want that solution which is given in the book, you can take the assumption that check is not being deposited on the same day and you can take the cash account on the debit side. Okay, and you can take next you need to record the contra entry for the same. Okay, so if we are doing the like a check deposited on the same day, then whatever I am explaining, it is relevant. That is bank account debit, discount allowed account debit to Mehta Brothers. So here we have taken the first entry like that. So here on the dishonor of the check, we will return the check to the Mehta Brothers, right? So debit the receiver, Mehta Brothers account debit to bank account 2000. What is the amount? 800. So Mehta Brothers account debit 820 to bank account 800 to discount allowed. We have allowed discount, right, to Mehta Brothers. So now we need to reverse the transaction. So now we are reversing the transaction which we have recorded the previously. So Mehta Brothers account debit 820 to bank account 800 to discount allowed 20. So here the bank is on the credit side, so you will take the credit. On the credit side you will take the Mehta Brothers by Mehta Brothers, and in the bank column you will take 820 rupees in the discount column. So whatever we have taken the previous entry on the debit side, we are now reversing the same. We are now reversing the same by giving the appropriate adjustments. Okay, next one. If you write the journal entry in your books, and if you compare the ledger account we are preparing or the cash book we are preparing, then only you will understand. Okay, only seeing through the solution you will not understand anything. You need to write with the pen, you need to scribble whatever I am saying in the while explaining, so that you will understand easily. Okay, record the journal entry and compare with the ledger account or the cash book you are preparing, then only you will understand. You record the previous entry when we have received the check on 8th January, and you record the entry which I have told you, that is on 12th January, that is a dishonored entry. Then you compare, you will come to know what you are recording in the cash book. Only through listening and seeing the solution you will not get anything. So next one, new machinery purchased and check issued. So machinery is coming in and we are paying through check. So machinery account debit to bank account 10,000. Machinery account debit to bank account 10,000. Machinery account debit, and we are incurring the installation expenses on the machinery, and we are incurring installation expenses on the machinery also. So what is the amount? That is 10,000, right? So we are issuing check for 10,000, and for installation expenses we are paying through. So for the machinery purchased, we will record the journal entry machinery account debit, because machinery is coming in, machinery account debit to bank account 10,000. Okay, and next we are paying to bank account 10,000, since bank is on the credit side. In the cash book bank column on the credit side, you have to take 10,000 in the bank column by naming it as by machinery. Okay, next is what happening, paid installation expenses in cash 500 rupees. See, we have paid installation expenses. Installation expenses is, if you remember, I have told in while recording the journal entries also, in the journal entries chapter, whatever the expenses we are recurring on the in the initial stage of purchasing the machinery, we will debit those expenses to the machinery account only. Okay, we will not take those expenses to the P&L account. We will take those expenses, we will add those expenses to the machinery account only. So here the installation expenses we are incurring on the machinery in the initial stage itself, so it will be debited to the machinery account only. So here the entry would be machinery account debit to cash account. We are paying installation expenses in cash, so rupees 500. Machinery account debit 500 to cash account 500. That is for installation expenses. So in bracket you can write as installation expenses. Okay, so to cash, that is cash is on the credit side. So in the cash book you will record on the credit side 500 in the cash column by naming it as by machinery account, and in the bracket if you want you can write it as installation expenses. Okay, then next, bank charges as per the passbook. So bank charges is an expenditure to the business, it will be deducted by the bank. So what would be the journal entry? Bank charges is an expenditure, bank charges account debit to we are paying through bank only. So bank balance will get decreased to bank account 10 rupees. Entry is bank charges account debit 10 rupees to bank account 10 rupees. So bank is on the debit side, bank is on the credit side. Bank charges account debit to bank account 10 rupees. So bank is on the credit side. So in the cash book on the credit side, by bank charges account, in the bank column you need to take this 10 rupees. Okay, like this we have finished with problem number 5 as well. I hope everything is clear till here. So till now we have completed 5 problems. Okay, so in the tomorrow session we will continue with the problem number 6 up to problem number 9, and 10 and 11 is not part of your syllabus. So after that we can continue with the petty cash problems. Okay, till here I hope everything is clear. Okay, if you like my video, please consider liking my video and post your comments in the comment section. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and refer this class if to your friends as well if they are in need of this chapter. Okay, so meet you all in the tomorrow's class, and till then stay positive, stay healthy and be kind to everyone. Okay, bye.